Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Steve on a 90-day challenge. I'm at another place near a railway line. Let's see if we get any closer. Yeah, there it is, covered by bushes. That's Leighton Station, part of it. Anyhow, we're going to do charcoal part 2. Do amino acids even tomorrow. The reason we're doing charcoal is because it's so good, and believe me, it works. I was off Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, what should we say, not a very good stomach. Then I went out and bought charcoal in the afternoon, then went for a lay down. An hour later, everything stopped. And it came back later on, but not at 500 miles an hour, uncontrollable. Anyhow, enough of that. It can do poisoning, overdoses of aspirin, Tylenol and other drugs. It'll treat some forms of dysentery, diarrhea, dyspepsia and foot and mouth. Although I haven't got that. You can use it to disinfect and deodorize wounds, to eliminate toxic byproducts from the blood and the liver and the kidney, to purify blood in transfusions, although I don't recommend you do a home transfusion. There's no kits for that, and if there was, you'd be really stupid to buy it. Anything to do with transfusions, see a doctor or a professional that knows what they're doing. Though anti-tubated charcoal can be used in antidoting poison for most drugs and chemicals, it's not effective against the following: cyanide, alcohol, so you won't get rid of your hangover, caustic alkali such as lye, mineral acids or boric acids, strong alkaline and acid poisons. They need to be treated with solutions of the opposite pH. For example, until an ambulance arrives, calcium powder in water will help offset acids, because that's an alkaline. If you've got OD'd or took alkalis, vinegar, dilute it, because that's an acid and it offsets alkalis. But these are last resort stuff. You can mix with water, swallow to counteract poisoning. It absorbs the poison or drug, inactivating it. It then carries it inert through the entire length of the tract and out of the body. Charcoal is not absorbed, neutralised nor metabolised by the body. It just passes its merry way through until it exits. Don't use charcoal again if you've eaten, because the charcoal will absorb whatever you've eaten, the good stuff. Now, in really serious cases, use a lot of charcoal. 50 grams will cover maybe 100 football pitches. That's at the finely ground powder. So a teaspoon will cover maybe 10 football pitches in area, give or take. Don't give charcoal before an emetic, to get them to vomit, because the charcoal will neutralise the emetic. Here's a sampling of quite a few substances which are absorbed by charcoal. There's 100 plus. And I've not even heard of some of these: acetaminophen, aconite, amitriptyline, hydrochloride, amphetamine, heard of that, antimony, antipyrine, arsenic, aspirin, atropic, barbital, barbiturates, Bengay, benzodiazepines, camphor, chloroquine, chlorphenamine, cocaine, colchine, congestrine, Dalmane, Devron, Delphium, diazepam, digitalis, that's like foxglove. What else is a simple one you can pronounce? Elavil, Equinel, ergotamine, Yeah, that's weird. I thought ergot was, nah, it don't matter. Iodine, now it's down there as a poison. Iodine is only a poison if you're stupid. Used correctly, iodine is one of the top things you should have accessible, but keep out of range of kids. And use due diligence. Narcotics, nicotine, nortriptyline, pentobarbital, pesticides. The list goes on. Potassium permanganate. Quinine, which you don't want quinine unless you've got that tropical disease, malaria, which quinine is supposed to help. Cerax and silver, tree tobacco, yew, Valium, some silver salts, many herbicides. Right, enough of that. I haven't read them all because there's that many. There's probably more. They just haven't listed. Now, to make a charcoal slurry, 1 teaspoon of activated charcoal to an 8-ounce glass of pure water. That's either distilled or filtered. That's pure. Try to avoid tap water. If you use tap water, you guessed it, charcoal will absorb the bad stuff in the tap water and you won't have any left for your stomach problem. Although it could be the tap water causing it. Who knows? Right, to make a poultice, you need equal amounts of charcoal powder with flaxseed meal. Blend in a blender. The amount of seed needed to make a meal. That means don't overdo it. Just make it up as you need it. Pointless having it on hand because it goes off. Or it will settle out because of the difference in weight between flax meal and charcoal. Charcoal will sit to the top and the heavier will sink to the bottom. Then you've got to mix the whole thing again. So just mix it as you need it. Mix the 2 powders in a dry bowl, add water slow as you mix. Mix it till toothpaste is sticky. 2 tablespoons of each powder will take 5 or 6 tablespoons of water. This amount of paste will make a poultice 6 by 6. The desired consistency is not too wet, so don't run all over the place, not that dry that it fall apart. Spread evenly over a macro porous cloth, it's modern this, or an unbleached paper towel or cotton cloth. Now place your poultice sandwich over the activated charcoal, laid in the bottom layer. Cover with soft cling wrap, the sardine wrap. Place over the desired skin and stretch a bandage around to secure the sandwich in place. Now don't forget, this goes on a bit warm. It don't go on all year and hot because you'll end up burning them and that'll kind of defeat the object. And that's it really. You leave it in place overnight or at least 1 or 2 hours. If it's fried during the day, always discard it after use. Don't use it. Reuse it. Don't wash the stuff that you've used because you ain't going to get rid of it. That's the same system to use if you want to draw toxins out of your body through your skin, which you can do because of the porosity and the different sizes of the toxins. Warm water, say 30 degrees, 35, up to about 40. And basically that means run the water, and if it's comfortable to your hand, on the back of your hand, that's warm enough. Mix it, put it over the area you want to draw from, and draw from it. And then you've got to do it every 1 or 2 hours because you've got to draw through your skin. And it ain't that quicker process, but ain't too slow. Anyway, I'll speak to you tomorrow. Have a great weekend. Bye. Oh, this is day 20.